Alright, Math 7. Today we're going to be simplifying expressions. And not going to be really learning anything new. We're just going to use our knowledge of like terms and distributive property to simplify some larger expressions. So I'll just write that down to remind ourselves that today, this needs a little end here. Okay, we're going to use your knowledge of like terms and distributive property. And that will let you simplify larger expressions into simpler expressions. So let's do a couple of examples. And with our examples, we're just going to write down a couple steps. So our steps the first thing you need to do is use the distributive property. That's step number one. So you don't want to combine your like terms until you've used the distributive property. And then for step two, then you can go ahead and combine like terms. What I'd love for you to do today, when you finish this video, just to make sure that you've watched it, please send me an email that just says hello, and then from your name, just in case I don't recognize your email. So please just send me that video or that email so that I know that you've watched. So simplify. So in our examples, it's going to say simplify, and you're simplifying by distributing and then combining your like terms. So let's see. Number one, 3 times, in parentheses, negative 2x plus 5 plus 5x minus 7. So that's a lot of terms, and then you got a distributing here. So we're going to start with distributive property. So don't get too overwhelmed because you see so many things happening. Just kind of cover up this part and know that you can distribute this. You practice this. So go ahead and distribute the 3. 3 times negative 2 is negative 6x. And 3 times 5 is 15, so plus, it's positive 15. Okay, so it's looking a little simpler already. The parentheses are gone. Now I just want you to circle your like terms. So negative 6x and 5x, you can put these together. Even though you don't know what x is, you know that they're both being multiplied by x. And that's the same value, so you can put them together. So negative 6 and 5, when you put that together, that's negative 1. So we're just going to write a negative x down here, because that means negative 1x. And then we have positive 15 and a negative 7. When we put those together, that is different signs subtract, and you have positives left. And that is your answer as simple as you can get it. You've just simplified as much as we can. We went from this kind of big, crazy looking expression to a little bit neater to even simpler. So here is your expression I want you to try in the U-tries. So listen carefully. I want you to do -2, and then in parentheses, 4x plus 7. So you're multiplying -2 times 4x plus 7. And then it's plus 5x minus 1. Okay, so write that one down. Pause and try it. And let's try number 2 here. Another example is 3 in parentheses. Let's start with the parentheses. 3y plus 2 times 4 minus y minus 10. Okay, so there's a lot of parentheses. We're gonna have to distribute this 4 to the 2 and the 3y. And we're also gonna have to distribute, even though there's just a negative sign here, that's like a -1 multiplying. So we're gonna have to distribute this negative to the y and to the -10. So let's first start by distributing the 4. That's 4 times 3y is 12y. And 4 times 2 is +8, so plus 8. A negative times a positive y makes this a minus y. And a negative times a -10, negative times a negative makes it a plus 10. So we're just distributing that negative and using the multiplying integers rule. Okay, so now we have done all our distributing. We're going to combine like terms. So I'm going to take our 12y and our -y, and that's different sign subtract. So you get 11y's. And then our constants, 8 and 10, both positive, so you just add them together. And that's plus 18. And that's as simple as we can make it. You can't combine those two. They're not like terms. So we just simplified it. Let's see. So I want you to try this one. So go to the back and write down -7v plus 4 plus, in parentheses, 2v minus 5, in parentheses, times 3, okay? And then you can pause it, try it, maybe if you want to try it later. Let's do one more simplifying in our, I want to have one more example in our notes. So 2q plus 3 times 4q minus 9, I'm running out of room, plus 7 minus 3q. Uh-oh, I'm okay. So the first thing we're gonna do is distribute this 3 to get rid of the parentheses. So this 2q, it doesn't go anywhere yet, so we just bring it down. This becomes 12q, and 3 times -9 is -27. And then you just bring these two down as well. So plus 7 minus 3q. I have a lot of q's that are like terms. So I'm going to circle 2q, positive 12q, and minus 3q. So these two together make 14, right? 12 plus 2. And then I've got 14 minus 3, that's 11 q's. So all these together is 11 q's. And then I've got two constants. So I've got -27 plus a 7, different sign subtract. If I take 7 away, I still have -20 left over. And that is as simple as I can make it. I can't put those together, so they're not like terms. All right, so you guys know what to do, and I will see you soon.